Namaste, my dear students. How are you? Are you happy, excited and ready to start our class for today? I'm too. So let me welcome you all in our English class for today. So what are we going to do in our class? Good. This is the last lesson of this unit. So can you please recap what did we discuss in our previous class? Very good. In our previous class, we discussed the second reading. And in our class today, we'll be dealing with grammar 1 and 2. Okay, we discussed different grammar items in our class today. If so, you might have been ready with your necessary materials, your textbook, your exercise book, pen or pencil. Excellent. All of you are ready with all your necessary materials. So here we go to the first part of our lesson today, grammar 1. So in this, let's say the first part, I would like to ask you firstly some of the questions about, let's say, the today's lesson. So you have to tell me the answer in one word. Okay, one word answer. So yeah, you can see one example as well, right? And based on this example, you can tell me the answer in one word, not more than one. Okay, just a single word. Let's have a look at one example. How often do you need to wash your hands? And what is the answer? Yes, we need to wash our hands frequently, but not, okay? You have to tell me frequently. Okay, this is a single word answer, okay? You are not going to tell me I need to wash my hands frequently, but you can tell me frequently. Okay, there are some of the questions. And I may ask you some other questions too, but your answer should be single words. So this is a condition for our question answer. Okay, before we begin our exercises. So let us have a look at the questions. Okay, how often do you take food is a question. Okay, I'll show you the first question. Look at here. This is the first, okay, we have discussed there. How often do you take food? Right. Now, after this question, now you can tell me, please, how often do you take food? In a single word. What is your answer? Very good. Okay, your answer is daily. This is absolute. Okay, we take our food daily, and your answer is daily. Right, this is your single word answer. Now I would ask you next question. Okay, look at the question. How often do you go swimming? Okay, you go to swimming, but how often do you go swimming? And what is your answer? Very good. Your answer is weekly. Okay, maybe on Saturday when you are free, you go swimming, and your answer is there weekly. All right, again, there is next question. Okay, now let us have a look. So how often do you get angry with your friends? Do you get angry with your friends or not? Yes. Okay, but the answer is How often do you get angry with your friends? What is your answer? Great. Sometimes, right? Sometimes we get angry with our friends, right? And your answer is there, sometimes. Or don't you get angry with your friends? Ever, never? No, I don't think so, right? I sometimes get angry with my friends, right? And of course, then again, we are, let's say, friendly to one another, okay? We never get angry. I mean, we do not always get angry, right? Sometimes, yeah, we get angry. And again, yeah, we avoid our argument, and then we become friendly to each other. If so, another question, let's see. So, how often do you go to the cinema? Right? Please tell me, how often do you go to the cinema? What is your answer? Very good. Rarely. Oh, don't you go to the cinema? Maybe, right? Nowadays, we watch movie on where? YouTube's, okay? Right, television at home. I guess we hardly go to the cinema, right? But you might go to the cinema, all right? This is not absolute, right? So you can tell me another answer too, right? I usually go to the cinema. That may be your answer, right? I sometimes go to the cinema, right? Maybe, yes, monthly, right? Maybe sometimes even, more than that. So this is what. Now tell me, please, we are talking in today's class about the degree of frequency. That means I always get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I always get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. This is my daily routine. All right. I always, okay, now you can tell me. All right, I always go to school in school uniform. All right, so you can tell me about always. Let's talk about sometime, okay? I sometime go to where? My friends. I sometime go to my friends. You can say I never, right? What do you never do? So you can say I never tell a lie. Okay? You can say I never tell a lie. Do you? I guess not. So in today's class, we are talking about this degree of frequency. Always, never, sometimes, hardly, frequently, daily. These are some of the, let's say, the degree of frequency, okay? And that is what we are learning in today's class. If so, now, my dear students, let's read the given paragraph and then notice the use of highlighted words. Okay, let's have a look at this paragraph and then notice the use of highlighted words. Let's see. Sophie is a hard-working student. She always wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning and she never goes to bed late. Now you can look at here, always, okay? She always wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? You can see here always. She always wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning and she never, look at here, never, she never goes to bed late. You can see here, never. She never goes to bed late. And look at another one. She usually eats at 7 in the morning. Look at here, usually. Okay? It's most of the time. She usually eats at 7 in the morning. After that, she goes to school. She is never late for school. Okay. Look at here, the use of never. She is never late for school. And sometimes, look at here, sometimes she has to take a bus to reach school on time. Look, there is use of sometimes. Sometimes she has to take a bus to reach school on time. And look at another one. She is sometimes rewarded by her teachers for her good performance. However, she isn't very interested in sports. So, she never takes part in any sports events at school. Still, she looks fit and healthy. Look at my dear students. You can see the use of, let's say, the highlighted words, I mean the frequency, use of, degree of frequency, always. All right, here is never as well, okay? Usually, never, sometimes. What are these all? Very good. These are the degree of frequency, adverbials, okay, used in the sentences. So having, yes, observed this paragraph, now I would like to show you right exercise. And in this exercise, what you can do is you can take the correct alternatives to complete that sentence. Okay, so let us have a look at the question. I late on Saturdays, and here are the options. Get up usually. Okay, just look at here. Get usually up or usually get up. Which one do you think is the correct use of adverbials, or let's see the degree of frequency here? I late on Saturdays. Which one is correct? You might have guessed. Okay, excellent. I usually get up late on Saturday. Okay, Saturday, you don't have to go to school, and maybe, yeah, you sleep for a little late hours. This is not good, okay, but you can say, I usually get up late on Saturdays, right? So this is the one. And let's have a look at next. Anil, late for work. And let us look at the option. Which one is correct now? Please tell me. Anil, never is late for work, is never late for work, are never late for work. Okay, now you can guess which one is the best option to complete this sentence. Anil late for work. Can you please tell me? Excellent. Okay, your answer is Anil is never late for work. Okay, here never is not suitable, and here is are never. Okay, yes, here is Anil, so the suitable one is Anil is never late for work is the correct one. If so, let's look at, okay, number 3, on weekends, and have a look at option. Often do you travel? Do you often travel? Often you do travel. It is a question, okay? So now please tell me which is the best option to complete this sentence. Yes, the right answer is do you often travel? Right. Do you often travel on weekend? Yes, excellent. Okay, do you often travel on weekend is the excellent answer for number 3. And what about next? Look, Mrs. Rai early for class. Okay, Mrs. Rai early for class, and here are the options. Often is early, are often, or is often. So what is the best answer for here? Okay, Mrs. Rai early for class. What is your answer? Very good. So Mrs. Rai is often early for class. Okay, Mrs. Rai is often early for class is the correct answer for this sentence. And what about next? Look, where do you go on vacation each year? Okay, where do you go on vacation each year? And where do you never, where do you usually, or where do you ever go on vacation each year? Can you please guess the right answer for this sentence? You have already guessed, okay? So where do you? Very good. Where do you usually go on vacation each year is the correct answer for this number. My dear students, I guess you have got some idea about the use of, let's say, always, usually, never, in appropriate place. Okay, after discussing this, now let us move on to exercise D. And in this exercise, what you have to do is you have to rewrite the sentences using the words now given in the brackets. Okay, look at here. They go to the movies is there, and here you are given often in the bracket. Okay, now let me just write you, right? They go to the movies often, right? And then you can tell me, okay, how you can make it a correct sentence using this often, as we discussed earlier. They go to the movies often. Where it's suitable to use this often? They go often to the movie. Is it correct? Not correct. Okay, so then how do you make it correct? They often go to the movie. Is it correct? Again, not correct. So then how do you write? Okay, so you can write they often go to the movies is correct. Okay, if so, what you have to do here is, okay, you have to write that often in the suitable place. Let me write here, they go to the movies. Let's see, okay, and let's say, right, question A, they go to the movies, okay, they go to the movies, and here you can see often. Okay, now you use this, okay, they, what do? This often is suitable here. They often, okay, go to the movies. Okay, so this is how often is used here. They often go to the movies. Okay, so this is how you rearrange the sentence using the, let's say, the adverbials given in the brackets. Now in rest of the example, you just rewrite the sentence in the same way. Okay, all right. Okay, now let's see. The right answer is they often go to the movies. So next, see, listen to the classical music a lot. Now you can tell me, okay, what is your answer? Good. She always listens to the classical music. Very good. Next, he reads the local newspaper sometimes. So what is the suitable answer for this? Good. He sometimes reads the local newspaper. Is that your answer? He sometimes reads the local newspaper. But for this, you also can say, sometimes he reads the local newspaper. That is also suitable. Okay, you can say he sometimes reads the local newspaper and sometimes he reads the local newspaper. This is how you can write the answer for number C. And let's talk about next. Okay, D. Sarah smiles never. What is your answer? Very good. Sarah never smiles, never. Okay, and she complains about her husband always. So what is the right answer? Good. She always complains about her husband. Okay, now after subject you can use these adverbials. I drink coffee sometimes. Now what is the answer? Good. Your answer is I sometimes drink coffee. And as I already told you, you can say sometimes I drink coffee. That is also suitable. Sometimes I drink coffee. Okay. And Frank is ill often. Now, you're pretty sure Frank is often ill, right? He feels terrible usually. So then what is your answer? Very good. Now you are clear, okay? So he usually feels terrible. In this way, you have written all this sentence with this use of the adverbials, okay, in a appropriate place. Very good. After this, right, here you are given one more. You can see I go jogging in the morning. I always go jogging in the morning, right? Okay. You can see she helps her daughter with her homework. Again, the similar, you can write she never helps her daughter with her homework. And you can see we watch television in the evening. Okay, good. You can try yourself. We always watch television in the evening. In this way, you have better got the idea to use what? Always, never, right? Sometimes, in a suitable place. Just after what? Subject. I always. Okay, he never. She sometimes. Okay, or sometimes she, all right, wears. So you can use the use of, let's say, always, never, sometimes, in a suitable place. With this, we have got some idea of, let's say, the frequency, degree of frequency. And now we move on to the second part of this lesson, that is grammar 2. And then what are we going to do there? Good. We are going to learn here the, what do you say? The past form of the be verb. Okay? Let's, have a look at, this exercise. What it says here, we need to look at the text in reading 2 as we discussed, and then complete the sentences below with what? Was or were. Okay, where is the use of was and were? Basically, I guess, you can use was and were for what? For singular or plural, right? It was, okay? It was a good day yesterday, right? It was a good time yesterday. But in place of that was, if there is, right, they, what you can say? They were absent yesterday in a classroom sometimes, right? So you can say what? They were dancing. They were dancing in a where? Program, all right? They were singing in the program. So you can have a look at, these sentences, and you can simply decide whether was or were. So please let us look at this example, okay? It, the 31st edition of the book fair. So now you can have a look at your textbook, okay, in reading 2, and what is the use of, let's say, the verb, be verb, whether there is was or were. It, the 31st edition of the book fair. What do you think? What is given in your textbook? Very good. Okay, so based on this textbook, you can say it was the 31st edition of the book fair. Okay, right? This is a singular, and you can say it was the 31st edition of the book fair. Right? And what about second? B. Similar. Okay? It was organized for 7 days. Right? It was organized for 7 days. And the organizer was or were. Which one is correct? Good. Hong Kong Trade Development Council. So you can say the organizer was. The organizer was Hong Kong Trade Development Council, right? And here is also was. But now let us have a look at this D. There different major exhibit categories. Now, my dear students, tell me how many categories were there? Very good. There were 9 categories. It means it's not a single. Okay, 9 different categories. So then there was or there were. Excellent. All right. So 9 categories means this is all right. Many, right? So you can use there. There were different major exhibit categories. Okay, is the correct answer. Now tell me, look at here in number, in first A, B and C, you can see here was, but here in D, you can see there were. Now, what is the difference? It was, it's a singular, it was the 31st edition of the book fair, but here 9 categories, okay, many categories. So you can say there were different major exhibit categories. This is why there is use of excellent were. There were different major exhibit categories. And after this, okay, what are we going to do? Very simple, okay. Let's study these sentences and then underline here the past form of the verb. Okay, what is the past form of the verb be? I already told you. Okay, either was or were. Okay, now look at these sentences and tell me the past form of the verb, be verb. Okay, that is was or were. Let me read out first sentence. Kisan or Kisan, okay, Kisan was a good boy in his childhood. Okay, so what is the be verb? Past form of the be verb, in this sentence. Kisan was. Very good, right? So this is Kisan was a good boy in his childhood. Look at B. The parents were very happy with their children. Right. The parents were very happy with their children. Okay. And now, next one is in C. I was very nervous during the exam. I was. Okay. I was. Yes. I was very nervous during the exam. What next? Were all of them present in the meeting? What is? Good. Were. Were all of them present in the meeting? Yes, they were. Okay. And the next one is who was not there yesterday? Okay. Who was not there yesterday? And in this sentence, you can see who was. Okay. Who was not there yesterday. This is how you have underlined the past, okay, form of the verb, be verb, okay, was and were in these all the sentences. If so, now is the time I would like to request, please rewrite these sentences using was or were. Okay, let us have a look. Now, you have to use was or were to make this sentence meaningful and correct. Now, please tell me. Jamuna at the super B is there. This is the form of the verb. Now you have to change whether either was or were. Jamuna at the supermarket last Saturday. So now can you please tell me which one is suitable there, whether either was or were? Jamuna is many or a single? Yes, very good. Okay, Jamuna is one. Okay, so Jamuna, then was or were? Was. Jamuna was at the supermarket last Saturday is the suitable answer, is the correct answer for this one. Okay, so your answer is, look, Jamuna was at the supermarket last Saturday. It's very simple. Okay, and the same way now you can make for B. The children, look at here, respectful to their teachers. Now tell me, children means right, many or single? Very good. Children means many children. All right, many. All right, so you can say the children was or were. Right. Your answer is correct. The children were respectful to their teachers. Okay, this is plural, so you can use there the children were respectful to their teachers. In the same way, now you can tell me they not be happy at all. What do you think? They not be happy at all. Now, your answer is good. They were not happy at all. Okay? They were not happy at all. Right. They means many. So they were not happy at all. And look at now some more, all right, exercises. We all sick last month. Now please tell me, we what? Were or was? Excellent. Simple. We were all sick last month. Okay? We were all sick last month. And here in E, I very tired after the long walk. I was or I were? Good. This is I was very tired after the long walk. Okay? So you can use the use of was there. Now the kids. Kids. Okay? The kids not be in the garden. And what is your answer? Please now tell me your answer. Very good. The kids were not in the garden. Okay? Kids means children. All right? Some of them. All right? So the kids were not in the garden. So there you can use their were. And here, Mr. Yadav be fit for the job. What do you think? What is the better? Mr. Yadav is again a single person. So your answer is Mr. Yadav. Very good. Mr. Yadav was not fit for the job. This is how you have better selected either was or were in these all the sentences. After this, I would like to show you the last exercise of this lesson, my dear students. Look at here. What you have to do? You need to complete these all the sentences with the question words. Did you get me? Question words. Okay? Look at here the question words like what, where, why, how many, when, and how much. Where do we use these question words? In what types of sentences? Okay, do we use these question words in our communication? All right. So now look at these sentences. These sentences needs, these question words to make it meaningful, to make it complete. Now please, can you guess what goes in the first sentence? Were you crying yesterday? What do you say? Sanothimi kinaroko? Okay, sometimes when you meet your friends, you can tell Sanothimi kinaroko bana, right? And what do you use? What do you use there? Very good. Simple, right? Kina means yes. Why? Okay. So why were you crying yesterday? Right? You can use why for this sentence 1 to make it complete. And next, look at B. Is your birthday? Do you ask your friends or not? I guess many of you ask your friends. कहिले हो तिम्रो birthday, right? So which question word is suitable then here? Is it suitable what? What is your birthday? Not suitable. So then which one is suitable? Good. Okay, that is yes. When is your birthday? Okay, when is your birthday? You ask your friends, when is your birthday? And then, where are the keys? What do you ask there? Okay, साँचो what? साँचो के हुन्छ? कहाँ हुन्छ? कस्तो हुन्छ? What is suitable? So, where are the keys? Now, you can ask there. Very good. Where were the keys? Okay, this is how you use where were the keys. कहाँ थियो? Okay, and look at here, milk was spilled. Okay, now milk. Then which one is suitable now? Please tell me. Okay, what, how many, or how much? Can you please tell me? How many milk was split? Correct? No. Okay, milk is not countable. Then what do we use? Very good. How much? How much milk was spilled? A glass, maybe. Okay, a liter, maybe. Right. A bottle, maybe. Right. So you can say how much milk was split. And look at here. Students were there at the function. Now please tell me. Right. So now tell me which one. How students or how many students were there at the function? Very good. How many students were there at the function? Oh, there were number. Okay, many, maybe 500s. Okay, thousands. So how many students were there at the function? And was the thief found? Okay, now which one is correct? What was the thief found? How was the thief found? Which one sounds suitable? Good. That is, how was the thief found? Oh, with the help of what? Neighbor, or maybe with the help of police, right? Or with the help of what? Something else, right? Maybe investigation. So how was the thief found? And look at the last one is, was the best game you often played in your childhood? And you can ask, what was the best game? What was the best game you often played in your childhood? Excellent. My dear students, you have also learned to use, okay, to use some question words while asking, right? So these are different use of, let's say, the question words. Great. With this, we have almost come to the end of our lesson today. So in our class today, basically we learned the degree of frequency words like always, never, sometimes, okay? And we also learned the past form of the be verb like was and were. And lastly, we made the complete sentences with some question word. What, where, why, okay? How much, how many, etc. So with this, I guess we have come to the end of this lesson. So before I end up, I would like to give you the same assignment, okay? Please do all the exercises based on this lesson and show it to your teacher, right? Good. Thank you very much for your active participation throughout the lesson. So we'll be meeting you in the next lesson. Till then, I would like to say you goodbye. Namaste.